whisper of peace moving through the land. Allah will surely run to us if we hold out our hand. A word of hope, a call to every woman and man. A light until the end of time. This is Al-Islam.
If Islam is a religion of peace, then how come it was spread by the sword?
Allah will surely run to us.
But when you ask, well, what is Islam? And they'll say, peace. Islam is peace.
Yes, Islam means peace.
La ikraha fi din, which means there is no compulsion in religion. Compulsion is worthless. At the point of the gun or the knife, you force somebody to say, read the Shahada, the Kalima, the Creed of Islam, and the man is forced to read. What is it worth? Nothing. There is no compulsion in religion.
So Henry, is anyone forcing you to embrace Islam? Did anyone force you?
No, not at all.
Islam doesn't mean peace, does it? Salam is peace. There is the word peace within the root from where this comes. Islam is the noun, and it comes from the verb, aslama. Aslama means the surrender, submission, obedience, sincerity, and being in peace after you've done the other four.
Muslims didn't use any compulsion for 1,400 years. You and your other Christians, whom you now say number 14 million, they lived in our midst.
That we Muslims, we ruled Spain for about 800 years. Later on, the Crusaders came and they wiped out the Muslims. There was not a Muslim who could openly give the azan, the call for prayers. We didn't use any force. You know, we Muslims, we ruled the Arab lands for about 1400 years. For a few years the Britishers came, for a few years the French came, but overall the Muslims were the lordship of the Arab land for 1400 years. Do you know today there are 14 million Arabs who are Coptic Christians? Coptic Christian means they're Christians since generations. Since generations. If the Muslims wanted, they could have converted every non-Muslim at the point of the sword. We didn't do it. The 14 million Arabs or Coptic Christians are giving witness that Islam wasn't spread by the sword.
In Egypt, the Muslims have been the overlord of that country for 1,400 years. For a few years, the French came, for a few years, the British came, but overall for 1,400 years, the Muslim has been ruling that land. And yet, today, you can boast there are 10 million Coptic Christians in Egypt. If there was compulsion of any kind, there would not have been a single Christian left in the country. The Muslims ruled Spain for 800 years. 800 years. If they had used any type of force, even economic force, for 800 years, there would not have been a single Christian left in the country.
You know India? India was ruled for hundreds of years by the Muslims. We didn't use the sword. We didn't use the sword. If few people do a wrong thing, you can't catch up those people and blame the religion for that. If few people don't follow the religion, you can't say that Christianity is bad because Hitler incinerated 6 million Jews. If Hitler incinerated 6 million Jews, burned 6 million Jews, you can't blame Christianity for that. There may be black sheep in every community, but we Muslims, we ruled India for hundreds of years.
And which Muslim army went to Indonesia? Which Muslim army went to Nigeria? Which Muslim army conquered the east coast of Africa? Which Muslim army?
Nobody can be forced into Islam. Nobody can be forced in conversion. Islam can't be spread with a sword, and it can't be spread with a tank or a machine gun, because it requires sincerity, and you can never force people to be sincere.
And the best answer to this question, that Islam was spread by the sword, is given by Delesi O'Leary. He's a non-Muslim historian of great repute. In his book, Islam at the Crossroad, on page number 80, says that history makes it clear that the legend of fanatical Muslims sweeping across the world, forcing Islam at the point of the sword over conquered races, is the most fantastic, absurd myth that historians have ever repeated. Delesi O'Leary, page number 8, book Islam at the Crossroad.
Ashhadu
Ashhadu
أن لا إله
لا إله
وإلا الله
وإلا الله
وأشهد
وأشهد
أن
أن
محمدا
محمدا عبده
ورسوله.
رسوله.
In English, I bear witness
I bear witness
that there is no God
that there is no God
worthy of worship but Allah,
worthy of worship but Allah,
and I bear witness
and I bear witness
that Muhammad, peace be upon him,
that Muhammad, peace be upon him,
is his servant and messenger.
is his servant and messenger.
Takbir.
Word of hope, a call to every woman and man, a light until the end of time. This is our Islam, a whisper of peace, moving through the land. Allah will surely run to us if we hold out our hands. A word of hope, a call to every woman and man, a light until the end of time. This is our Islam, a whisper of peace, moving through the land. Allah will surely run to us if we hold out our hands. A word of hope, a call to every woman and man, a light until the end of time. This is our Islam, a light until the end of time.